Welcome to this explainer. Look, you can't open a news app today without seeing the letters A and I splashed across the headlines. Today, we're cutting through all those flashy buzzwords to establish a crystal clear framework of what artificial intelligence actually is, how it operates behind the scenes, and the real-world impact it's having right now. Let's jump right in.
Here is our roadmap for today. We'll start with 1. What exactly is AI? Then move to 2. The 3 tiers of AI, and 3. Inside the black box. After that, we'll cover 4. How AI actually works, 5. AI in the real world, and finally, 6. The promise and the peril.
All right, Section 1. What exactly is AI? Let's define the core concept.
At its core, artificial intelligence is just a field of computer science. It's totally focused on creating systems that can perform tasks that usually require human intelligence. It's not magic, right? We are essentially attempting to replicate our own human cognitive skills and embed them directly into computer systems.
Because we aren't just trying to get a machine to do complex math anymore. We want it to actually learn from new information, to reason through a messy problem, to understand us when we speak, recognize what's in a photograph, and ultimately make decisions. We're literally teaching computers to interact with the world much like we do. Moving on to Section 2, the 3 tiers of AI. Time to separate our current reality from science fiction.
So, the crucial distinction here lies between what we have right now and what we might have later. Narrow AI performs one specific task. Think of your smartphone's voice assistant or a Netflix recommendation algorithm. It's incredibly smart for sure, but strictly in its own lane. General AI, on the other hand, is a theoretical system that possesses human-level intelligence across many tasks, able to seamlessly jump from cooking a recipe to writing a novel, but we simply aren't there yet.
And then, there's super AI. This is a hypothetical intelligence that completely exceeds our own human capabilities. Now, while it makes for fantastic Hollywood blockbusters, it remains entirely theoretical and way beyond our current reality.
Section 3. Inside the black box. Let's unpack the key concepts and vocabulary of AI.
Let's ground this complex computer science jargon in human terms. Machine learning? That's just computers learning from data, much like how you or I study past experiences. Deep learning is more like deep studying, usually fueled by lots of digital caffeine, utilizing multiple layers of processing. And those layers are made of neural networks, which are algorithms literally inspired by the biological structures of the human brain. Sticking with that human analogy, if neural networks act like the brain structure, then natural language processing, or NLP, acts as the ears and mouth. It allows the computer to understand and generate human language. Computer vision gives the AI eyes to interpret images and video. And robotics provides a physical body, allowing the AI to control machines and perform physical tasks in the real world. Now, to really decode the daily news cycle, you got to keep a few foundational terms in your back pocket. You have your algorithms and data sets, basically the rules and the raw ingredients. You have large language models and generative AI. These are the systems currently making headlines for writing code and creating art. And crucially, you have to monitor concepts like reinforcement learning, accuracy, and bias to ensure these models are actually working fairly and reliably.
Okay, Section 4. How AI actually works. The step-by-step recipe for building an AI system. Seriously, think about it for a second. If you were a computer scientist, where do you even start? How do you actually build an AI from scratch? Well, it's actually a highly logical, mechanical process. Step 1. Collect data, and I mean massive amounts of it. Step 2, clean and prepare that data, which, by the way, is usually where data scientists spend about 80% of their time. Step 3, train the AI model using algorithms. Step 4, test and heavily tweak the model for accuracy. And finally, Step 5, deploy it into the real world. Raw data goes in, a functional tool comes out.
Section 5. AI in the real world. Let's see how these applications are actively reshaping our industries.
That 5-step recipe we just talked about, it is having a massive, critical impact out there right this second. In healthcare, AI analyzes medical imaging faster than ever, aiding in disease detection and even robotic surgery. In finance, it's operating behind the scenes for fraud detection and algorithmic trading. In transportation, it's the brains optimizing traffic routes and powering self-driving technology.
And it definitely hits closer to home, too. In retail, AI is the exact reason a store somehow knows what product to recommend to you next, and it powers the chatbots answering your customer service questions. In entertainment, it's recommending your next binge watch and generating entire game environments. Even in agriculture and manufacturing, AI is doing the heavy lifting with crop monitoring, pest detection, and predicting when a machine will need maintenance before it actually breaks down.
Finally, Section 6, the promise and the peril, weighing the advantages against the serious challenges.
First up, the promise. The advantages of AI are absolutely undeniable. We are talking about wildly higher efficiency and the automation of all those tedious tasks. AI provides improved accuracy and faster decisions because, unlike a human, an AI has 24/7 availability. It doesn't need to sleep, and it can handle and analyze large datasets that would take human teams centuries to process.
But, we really have to contrast that with the very real challenges. Remember that 5-step recipe? Well, if you feed an AI skewed data, you're going to get skewed results. That's the technical challenge of bias. We face massive privacy concerns, the anxiety of job displacement as automation increases, and incredibly high development costs. Furthermore, there is often a lack of transparency. Sometimes we honestly don't fully know how the AI arrived at its decision, which creates some really complex ethical hurdles for us to solve.
So, every single time we implement one of these AI solutions, we're basically walking a tightrope. On one side, you have this incredible promise of unprecedented efficiency and data processing. On the other, the stark peril of built-in biases, privacy violations, and profound ethical dilemmas.
Despite those hurdles, the trajectory is pretty much set. The future of AI is expected to comprehensively transform healthcare, education, transportation, science, robotics, and global business. It is not just a passing trend, it's the new foundation upon which future innovations are going to be built.
Because of that, the ultimate takeaway from our sources is crystal clear. Responsible AI development with fairness, transparency, and human oversight is essential. Notice the heavy emphasis on the word human. The future of AI isn't just about writing better code. It is about insisting on human oversight in every single model we deploy.
So, you now know what AI is, how it's built, and the incredible balancing act between its promise and its peril. The tech is already here, folks. The real question is, are we ready to guide the future of AI with the responsible human oversight it absolutely demands? Thanks for learning with me today on this explainer. Keep asking those big questions, and I'll catch you next time.